We're going to start on this video in North Dakota. It became a state November 2nd, 1889, making it the 39th state. The capital of North Dakota is Bismarck. The nickname of North Dakota is the Peace Garden State, and the current governor is Doug Burgum. And it's known for a large population of Native Americans. Again, one of those western states that still has a large population of the indigenous natives that are there. It's known for the Opera House, the world's largest buffalo monument, and the largest supply of sunflowers grown in any other country. So that's pretty interesting. Historically, North Dakota is known for the Dakota Indians, oil exploration, and waves of immigrants, especially North Dakota. And if you remember when we talked about in Chapter 4 languages, that the secondary language spoken in North Dakota is German, because there was a lot of German immigrants that moved to North Dakota to farm with the development of the John Deere plow. As they came over, they wanted to go to something they knew, and so they went places like North Dakota to learn how to farm. And so that's the reason why there's a large German population in North Dakota. There is the state flag and the map of North Dakota. Ohio became a state March 1st, 1803, making it the 17th state. The state capital is Columbus, named after Christopher Columbus. The nickname is the Buckeye State, and the current governor is Mike DeWine. It's known for being a swing state politically. And we'll get more into this when we get into civics, but a swing state is a state that doesn't typically vote either Republican or Democrat. For example, California typically votes Democrat. Alabama typically votes Republican. Not that everybody in the state is Republicans, but that typically in the presidential election, Alabama usually goes to the Republican candidate. California usually goes to the Democrat candidate. But Ohio is a swing state. It can vote either way. And so that's going to be a big state, along with North Carolina that was in the last video, and Florida that we've already talked about. Those are some of the biggest swing states. And it's believed that the people that wins the majority of those three states, along with some other ones, Michigan is also included in that a lot of times that determines who wins the presidency. And so that's a big deal. Ohio is known for being the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Cleveland being the first city in the world to be lit by electricity, and that was at the World's Fair. They lit it up at the World's Fair to kind of show the technology of electricity. Thomas Edison was involved in that. And being the home of Jesse Owens. 50% of the population of the United States live within 500 miles of Columbus, because there are so many large cities in that area with Washington, D.C., and New York, and New Jersey, and Detroit, and all these different large cities in that area. Within 500 miles of Columbus, Ohio, you have all these different people that live there. Historically, it's known for the Beaver Wars, the top 3 Union generals in the Civil War being from Ohio, and the home of 7 U.S. presidents. Here is a map of Ohio and the state flag, which is the only state flag to be in a pennant, which is, like this, where it's like an angled flag. It's not the traditional rectangle shape. Now, Oklahoma is the last state we're doing in this video. It became a state November 16, 1907, making it the 46th state, and the capital of Oklahoma is Oklahoma City. The state nickname of Oklahoma is the Sooner State, and the current governor is Kevin Stitt. It's known for cattle drives. That's one thing that Oklahoma is known for. It's a large population of cattle production. So cattle drives are where you take cows from one location and you move them to another location. That's known as a cattle drive. Oklahoma is known for being the home of the National Cowboy Hall of Fame, the home of Garth Brooks, the country music singer, and Sequoia's Cabin. You remember Sequoia was very important in Native American history. Oklahoma is also known for being the burial place of Belle Starr, which was one of the female outlaws of the Old West. Historically, Oklahoma is known for being a location that the Native Americans were displaced to in the Trail of Tears. With Andrew Jackson and the Indian Removal Act, they brought many of the Native Americans to Oklahoma on the reservations through the Trail of Tears. Cattle trails and the Oklahoma City bombing, which took place after what happened in Waco, which we'll get to when we get to Texas, where you have Timothy McVeigh, which goes and commits Oklahoma City bombing. basically out of response to uh, what happened in Waco. And that happened in the 90s. There is the map of Oklahoma, and there is the state flag. So the next video we're going to do is going to be Oregon, and that's going to start the fourth week of the 9 weeks videos with Oregon through South Carolina.